scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome to Sanford Bridges.
Opening. Okej. Där står det klart. Klar.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Just 16% damage. Okay. Oops.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Men jag har på här gått på vecka för han är ingelevd. Demo. What? Oh, just van alles gebouwd. Oké.
Please proceed into the facility with a cadaver.
Ah.
Good work.
Huh? What's that done? Geen idee wat de timer gaat doen. Kijk, daar je nog hard stilstaan. Zie je? Piep.
Harmon.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there.
24 minuten sterker.
Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the scene an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Okay.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiphomia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartmann's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
All so you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartmann. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh. A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. even if my every visit raises new questions. I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War-era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally, the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oké. Ja, zoiets. Lab security is om, dus dat is misschien iets. Kijk, in ieder geval allemaal likes van hem, ondanks dat hij dood is. Dus dat is dan wel weer knap.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, ablution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films. You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me. As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though, even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Hij heeft toch overal padding liggen, dus het maakt niet uit waar hij je neerstort.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact.
Zie je?
I'll unlock the door for you.
Good boy, Sam. Okay.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
Huh? Waarom ligt hier een PCC-level 2 bij mij? Oh, een grap? Huh? Ik had helemaal niks bij me. Oh jawel, die had ik aan de zijkant zitten. Oké, nevermind. Missen we nog meer? Kan ik hem op geen niet binnen.
Objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network.
Now, we don't know the first thing about Emily's status or what Higgs is up to. Now, that's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
Oh boy, dus 3 deliveries terug naar hier en dan nog eentje. Oké.
Thermal pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather operations. Especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
A shoulder or hip. Huh. Laten we er maar eentje maken, toch? Even kijken, robotten. Oh, naar de robotics. Dat is goed. Klopt, dat mag ook nog wel. Ik moet ook allebei raad voor hebben. Avoid impact. Oh, en de metabomb. Alweer? Ah, fuck.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination. No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
Ja, dat stuk snap ik.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable. Can you guess what it was? A fossil beach. If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. Bridges' paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open. Now, hopefully I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives, but in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
Goedenavond, Sinterklaas. Ja. Oh, ik heb die andere bij als goed is. Dus even kijken.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle. Any irregularities should trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
Even kijken. Oh ja, we hebben die custom anker bij. En ladder PC. Ik denk het niet. Ik heb PCC, ik heb een ladder, ik heb grenades. En 141 kilo bij. Oh. Dat gaat wel worden.
Order assigned.
Hier is alleen die kant op en dan hier zie ik nergens niks, omdat dat natuurlijk net buiten het gebied zit. Was wijsheid. Over de berg. Onder de berg waar sowieso zo te zien PT zit. Heel langs ga. Lijkt mij enigszins de betere route. Over de berg is waarschijnlijk KUD.
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
Dat heeft hij allemaal verteld.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out.
Oh, die gaat daar.
As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death and extinction. It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
Goede kant op. Op die brug heen. En hier naar die ladder toe, maar ik ben daar heel happy van worden. Daar wel naar de shop toe. Dat is een beter idee. There we go. wel zeggen. Dat die
Thanks for the help.
tummelding wel heel erg op een BB-ding lijkt.
Today's a good day. This one's for you. Today's a good day.
Zie je die passing waar van alles ligt. Oeh, nee, ik wil jou niet aanhouden.
Couldn't have made it this far without you.
Is oké. Oh. In de sneeuw. Stealing blood, hallelujah.
We belong on the other side.
En nu moet ik dan dat hard van ding pakken. Ik denk dat dat hard van ding pakken, maar... daar. Oh ja. En ik... Oké. Helaas. Alleen maar zijn kop doorsnijden. Dat je dat nou ene keer. Oeh. Die was custom. Die hebben we. damage of zo. Dus hier best gezellig. Ik ben net optie. Kut. Ik kreeg net optie omdat ik dat het aan het proberen was. Ah. Zelfs nog een achievement voor. Became ruined.
Fuck me.
Okay. Lang gebied met BT's, hoor die crap zeg. Ik wil geen repairspray bij me. Nee, shit, dat had ik wel aan moeten denken. Ik kan wel ongeveer op het einde zetten. Oké. Dus mee.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Oké, dat was best heftig.
Sam Bridges. Oh, thank God for that. I was worried you might not get here in time. But then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of days stuff. I put the nightmares down to fatigue. The possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we caught it before the suicidal stage. Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work. I started to wonder if I'd ever see these meds. I guess you really are good at what you do, huh? Thank you.
Oh, ik moet zo even snel. Potjes zijn ook klaar. Mooi.
Oh, yes. Right then. If you'd do the honors.
Ik weet nog steeds niet of Bibi het ermee eens is, ja of nee. Climbing enkel level 2. Er zit daar een lang touw aan of zo.
And just like that, I'm part of the UCA. With access to a treasure trove of historical research materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now. Assuming I can prove once and for all that that's what it is. Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years? Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the chiralium readings. In the distant past, earthquakes caused frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotachylite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of chiralium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains. But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery.
Even kijken, wat voor orders hebben we hier? Terug naar de Baltic, want een nok en een Hartman. Dus 30 kilo, dat is op zich niet heel veel. Ik kan even zien hoeveel containers dat zijn. 2 containers. Oh, wacht. Dat je nog minder damage mag krijgen, maar dat is overal vind ik wel goed. Wat is het verschil bij jou? Small compact. Morse in een container. Improved durability. Nou, dat is nog steeds 30 meter. Okay. Maar laten we die dan maar eentje pakken. Level 1 recyclen. Dus die level 1 op. Is used back. Oh, ik heb geen reserve bij. Een utility pouch. Oh, ik heb deze inderdaad bij, daar heb ik nog 2 in zitten. Nou ja, dat is niet erg.
Order assigned.
Oh, die naar de robotics mag hij niet doen. Jammer. En dan doe die maar.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
En dan gaan we even naar de stad. Ik heb alleen geen stroom meer door die kou. Hier staat een generator in de buurt. Oh, dat is mooi. De almankers weg. We moeten daarheen. Je ziet hier al wat oude klemdingen. Dat is als een brug. Wat is een zipline? Ik denk wel. We zijn er. Valt het onder dit netwerk of valt het onder het andere? Valt onder dit netwerk. Dus daar kunnen we, als er nog geen staat, eventueel kijken om er eens te plaatsen. Ik heb PCC bij me. Gaan vanuit dit generator naar dit sign toe. Naar dit sign daar naartoe. Uit hier. Proberen we daar te komen. Een buifel shelter. Daar ga ik eerst even in.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Today's a good day. Thanks for the help. Today's a good day.
Zo. Dat is beautiful. Oh. Boom.
Beginning scan. Scanning
Okay.
bridges ID. Verifying Weapons
That
detected.
is not
All
used.
weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
And we got power! Waar is de lijkknop? Hier is de lijkknop.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. This one's for you. Thanks for the
Dit is
help.
letterlijk een lifesaver.
This one's for you.
Kijk eens. Dat hier is een nappoint. Dus ik denk dat die waterfles... Wacht. Dan verbruiken we minder stamina. Mag ik die waterfles eens even... Zo. En doe ik wel eventjes... op een suit zetten. Het werkt wel heel hard strop. We zien dit exoskelet echt wel nodig heb. Nou, mooi via die brug zullen zien. Steeds. Oeh. Heb ik die open steen.
There we go.
Wil ik hier hebben? PC. Alsjeblieft. Ik weet niet wat ik gedaan heb. Volgens mij nog niks. Volgens mij moet ik daar eerst het andere gedeelte.
Construction complete.
Daar ik al. Maar hij staat er. Zoals gevraagd door iemand. Laat werd bijna kapot. Nou ja, zo geert. Oh. Schiet je me ineens door. Ja. Even wat likes geven. Dat krijg ik nooit elk op. Nee. Zit. niet. Niet helemaal volgens mij. Of net wel. Nou, net. Oh, goed dan. Dat gaat met containers hier. Back the clock almost. Damn. Ik moet er nog niet zo heel lang op zitten. Dan hoor je wel wat drinken. Zit ik daar al beneden? Ja, goed daar almost. Gaat goed. Dat kon niet lukken dat ik zo snel naar beneden ging.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
We hebben het gered. Laat ik even een containerspray maken.
Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
No damage. Whee! Zat met 2 en dan 75% of zo dat je krijgt, hè, voor de eerste delivery.
You can set up the chiral network while I work.
Oxygen mask? Oh jee.
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
Ah,
The porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does the dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
That fossil could represent an epochal discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Oh. Wacht, nou even een 5 blokken duwen. Misschien op. Uploads. Uploads. Laten we weer een blok pakken. Die zou eentje krijgen.
An oxygen mask, huh? Good idea. It'll filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally. In addition to protecting you from toxic gases, it'll also help to reduce fatigue from strenuous activity, making it easier to keep your balance. If it didn't have a limited battery life, I'd tell you to keep it on the whole time. But it does, so don't.
Maar die kregen we eentje bij de order bij, geloof ik. Oh. Genees level 2. Oh, die moet nog vast eentje craften. Kleine enker hebben we... Die heb ik niet meer. Hier is er nog eentje. Oh ja, maar dat is wel ook bijna weg, hè? Nee, niet on back. We gaan hem doen. Goed zo. Even nieuwe boots maken. En dan kan ik die zo nog even recyclen. Oké.
Delivering cargo. Thank you for your continued support.
Dus even kijken of we hem erbij krijgen. 64 kilo. Nou, het zal vast een IP-territorium zijn natuurlijk. Even rekening mee houden. Hey, dat is cool. Als jammer dat je niet de hele tijd op kunt. Hoi hoi, hoe vind je de game? Ik vind het echt een te gekke game. Ik ben het helemaal met je eens. Ik weet niet of je het zag net bij het inleveren van de spektakel. Dat ik een dikke 50 uur geloof dat ik erin had zitten. Ondertussen. Ik hou wel van dit soort games. Oh, dat is trouwens redelijk dichtbij. De vraag is alleen waar die zo ligt natuurlijk. Hier hebben mensen safehouses zitten, dus laten we in ieder geval die kant op gaan. Ja, ik ook zoiets. Ik geloof 60 uur nu. Nou ja, ik heb wat spellen of wat andere games tussendoor, tussen haakjes, moeten spelen. Maar ik amuseer me nog helemaal prima.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Keep on keeping on.
Almost there.
Ik zie nog niks van die deadly fumes trouwens. Ja, daar in de range. Oh, ik ben anders een oxygenmasker. Dat moet sowieso heen, dus laten we daar sowieso maar even heen lopen. Ik hoop dat er meer gameproducenten zijn die buiten het bootje durven te denken en iets nieuws durven te verzinnen.
Nice.
Daar moeten we dadelijk ook heen. Oh, ik ben alweer buiten de cirkel. Ping! Oh, nog meer video's. Vet en porter. Oké, daar zijn we nog niet geweest in ieder geval.
There we go.
Oké. Zo, hier zullen vast touwen hangen naar beneden toe. Perfect. Waarom zou het moeilijk afzeilen terwijl er gewoon lemming moet zijn? Netjes mijn lijntjes geven. Zo. Oh, wacht. Oh, ik ga het nou doen. Ik wil even mijn oxygenmask natuurlijk op doen. Dan ik wel eens even gaan kijken naar die grote batterij. Oh. Nee, ik wou naar beneden.
Keep on keeping on.
We hebben alles. Dat was wel wat. Kijk wat. Here comes the rain.
Keep on keeping on. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Zit ook van niemand zijn. Ja, oké. Komt maar.
You found it. Let me see. I have to see it. Oh my. It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily even.
Interviews meer. Oh, wat kan ik ook? Orange. Huh. We kunnen eindelijk orange gaan gebruiken.
Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Hartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter, and deliver them along with the ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further.
Even kijken, wat komen we erop? Oké, kijk. Dat is goed. Hoe hard een snap. Oh, kunnen we er zelf bij pakken. Dus straks toch in. Dus doe het twee maar.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
Hoeveel gewicht is het? 37 kilo. Dat moet van een BT-area meegenomen worden. Feest. Dat is een hele klif tussen haar en Hartman, is het niet? Oh, dat is gewoon. Oh, dat is fijn. Dat zit in ieder geval in die zak, ondanks dat die zak. Huh? Oh, die andere 4 moet ik nog opkapen. Nou, dan maar wat extra gebied bij pakken. Hoeveel kilo is dit? 15 en 15. Ik heb volgens mij kleine enkers. 5. Ik heb nog een ladder opgepakt. Even kijken. Dat is de PT-area, oké, dat snap ik. Zij zit... Daar zit de Hartman. Oh, wacht, daar hebben ze... hier staat in ieder geval een zipline. Een beetje geluk staat hier ook eentje. En anders kan ik die bij haar misschien wel een PCC fabriceren. Ja, oké, dan gaan we dat meenemen. Dus even. Een PCC 1 per paar meenemen. er staat. Stond hier net op al iets aan de reden?
Hey, you do your time. I know it.
Heb ik compleet naast gekeken. En hij heeft nog 0 likes, dus ik denk het niet. Nu wou ik hier eentje neerzetten, maar als er al eentje staat, ja, dan gaan we die gewoon gebruiken. Hier staat een zipline. Daar staat een generator. Nou, dan mag ik denken. Oh nee, update in progress. Nou, dan gaan we hier naar die generator toe. Dus ik denk dat een klein stukje terugloopt. Zo meteen aan lopen. Generator zal ik wel nodig hebben.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan.
Attention, we are being followed. Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Oh, die zagen we natuurlijk niet. Even. Die ik daar plaatst. Ja. 400 meter. Oh, nee, dat haalt niet op die. Dus dan moet hier nog ergens eens tussenin gezet worden. Mr. LW, bedankt voor follow. Ja, ik niks gehoord heb. Hier gingen we naar links. Onderweg naar een...
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Stukje PT, onderweg naar een generator. Rustig. Even een klein.
Nice. There we go.
Generator. Heb je een paar Easter eggs gevonden? In welk opzicht wil je Easter eggs? Hier zitten, in deze game zitten heel veel verwijzingen naar andere games, naar personen die belangrijk zijn in de gamesindustrie. Of die belangrijk zijn voor deze game. Ik was heel blij om van alles van Horizon Zero Dawn te zien. En Herman Hurst zelf. Man himself. En Kojima zit er ook in.
Thanks for the help. Today's a good day. Thanks for the help. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Was dat nou Mickey Mouse? Waar was de Mickey Mouse bij de collector? Gespreid paint op de muur. Even kijken. Ik denk dat we best zoiets kunnen gaan. Dan hier naar binnen. King. Zo weer een visje. We wisten natuurlijk al dat BT erg was. Het rest wat ik toen meegemaakt is dat ik in een private room zat en Bibi ging kalmeren en toen de shadowboxen met VB, toen werd Bibi boos en begon hij op zijn hoofd tegen het glas te rammen en ontsnapte die. Ja, en dat je Deadman geregeld ziet in Bibi. Acht, volgens mij. Dit uit mijn hoofd. 7 op 8 kan ik nu. Voorzichtig hier. Zo, ik kom dadelijk een beetje erg komen. Heb ik al eentje aangebroken? Ja, deze. Die eerst. Visje! Even mijn stamina aanpassen. Dadelijk. Mijn adem ingedrukt moet even ingehouden. Ingedrukt moet houden, wil ik zeggen. Inderdaad wat. Oh, daar nog één. Nee, dit is bij papa. Dat is level 2. Daar gaan we nog mee. Goed stap. Wat ben jij? Eat meat. Hier. Het is wel ideaal om een beetje rustig te farmen dit trouwens. Oh, daar. Yes. Huh? Custom. Ja, dat ook aan gaat, maar dat zie je dan. Meegemaakt dat ze eigenlijk bewegen zonder dat ze mij zien, zeg maar. Dat voor het eerst. Dat is wel heel dichtbij. Door moet granaat heen zo.
Someone's got cold feet.
Weet je dat je ook kan laten verdwijnen als je plast? Nee. Oh, hallo. Ik ben wel heel dichtbij. Stikken eroverheen. Dus alleen dat nou van die radio dingen kwamen als je alles toelaten. Dan moet ik hier nog weg zien komen. Zo weer weg. Dat is een grote, die leek veel dichterbij. Sommige zijn ook gewoon ontzettend groot. overrulend. Okay. Ik denk dat ik dit verstandig pak. Die double shot. Dat was ook niet waar. Pardon? Oh, ik vond alles ineens daarheen. Oh, dat zijn veel kristallen. Wacht dat die bij elkaar zijn. Is dat wel? Oh, dat was een goeie die waar ik twee granaten op moest gooien. Langzaam tijd om daar naartoe te gaan.
Come on, stick doing this. You belong on the other side.
Wij zijn er bijna uit het gebied. Wauw. Serieus. Stamina is echt zo goed als op. Wauw. Dus je kunt er gewoon omhoog lopen, joh. Of nu een beetje onlopen. Soms dan glimt je op dingen dat je denkt van oké, doe je goed. En soms heb je echt van daar moet je toch makkelijk overheen kunnen. Wauw, serieus? Gewoon zijn benen naar. Hel? Wauw, dat was fucking onzin dit.
Too close.
Wat de... Wauw. Geen idee wat hij daar weer wilde doen. Af en toe dan doet hij rare dingen dat je denkt van... dat heb ik gewoon niet gezegd.
Oh, it's cold.
Ja, een exoskeleton is bijna op, dus als deze inderdaad op het netwerk mag, moeten we die dadelijk ook even eentje maken.
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look? Not a scratch on it, and the tar inside is safe and secure. You do not disappoint, my friend. Now, connect me to the chiral network. That's where my studies will truly begin.
Ja, ik zal dadelijk denk ik even een kolom dus. grenade launcher. Oh boy.
Thank you. It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar. Evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab? Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Doe maar even rusten dan. Dan kan ik gewoon de controle gaan verwisselen. Hopelijk. En even kijken hoe ik dat ook alweer makkelijk tegen. Dat is alweer ruim een jaar geleden. En of hier wel tuf in zit, überhaupt. Nee. Oké. Opladen, maar niet super. Of hij doet opladen en weer discharge, kan ook natuurlijk. Nou, zien we hoe lang deze het volhoudt en misschien zit er dan nog een beetje tuf in die andere.
Okay, move your butt. Oké, wat gaan we aan loskomen? Dat is Hartman. Oh, die doet het rust. Die maar wel. Can build with 4 types of ammo, anti-lethal slip or non-lethal tranquilizer rounds. Oké. Oké, dus dan kunnen we met mijn EX grenades of zo. Huh. Kan misschien nog wel eens interessant worden. Wat hebben wij hier aan orders? Is time sensitive ook nog 30 minuten.
Oh, daar staan de robotics. Wacht. Hier staan de robotics. Film director. Live fish week. Nou, even dingen brengen. Doe die twee maar even voor de robot.
Deploying autonomous.
Dus even kijken. Hier hebben we een zipline. Dit is 166 meter. Dus die haalde het al niet naar hem toe. Sta jij daar en jij daar. Dan sta jij niet een stuk dikker. Ben je helemaal geupgrade? Nee, je bent helemaal niet geupgrade. Dus dat is 466. Nee, dus er moet er gewoon nog iets tussenin geplaatst worden. Voordat ik in één keer naar Harmon's Lab kan. Dus ik denk dat ik dat eerst ga doen. Dat deze berg denk ik wel een hele goede is. Dat zou genoeg moeten zijn, lijkt me, voor hem. Hopelijk. Kan ik vanuit hem meten? Kijk, dat is te ver. 258 meter.